Hey listeners, it's Sam the Moon Person from Break the Dice. Oh, what's that? You don't know who I am yet? Don't worry, I'm in this episode, right in the beginning, so you don't even have to wait. I'm here to say thank you for taking the time to listen to our podcast that we all care so much about. Hopefully you've come to care about it too. If you have, please consider throwing a couple moon rupees our way over at patreon.com/beardedcompany. You get to listen to episodes before anyone else, hear exclusive patron-only bonus episodes and after-show chats, join our Bearded Discord server to chat all things D&D, and get discounts on merch. Becoming a member would mean the world to us and takes less time than drying out your mouth. Oh, did you know we have a new website? Well, we do. Check out btdpod.com for a real good time. And enjoy the show.
Greetings, mortals. Welcome to Break the Dice, an improvised podcast brought to you by the Bearded Company, where the fate of our heroes rests on the roll of a 20-sided die, where a 20 is a spectacular success and a 1 is a critical failure. This week, our players will navigate the area around Shatterpoint with the help of our NPCs.
Hey everybody, I'm one of your NPCs. My name's Maria.
I'm another one of your NPCs. My name's Joe.
And I'm the third NPC, and my name's Tyler.
Maria, Joe, and Tyler will assist me by playing all the people and magical beings that our heroes will encounter. I'm Alan, your game master. I've crafted a basic structure for our adventure today, which has not been revealed to our two main player characters. However, this podcast is completely improvised, meaning nothing is scripted and everything is made up on the spot. So I and the NPCs will only have so much control of where our journey takes us. This campaign, our heroes are...
I am Phaelan Maerdock, a half-elf fighter with an alignment of chaotic good. Within my chest resides the Rana Ore, a beautiful elvish blade, whose sole purpose when forged was to discover every location both known and unknown. I was known as being sharp of tongue and cut of body, but now I am dull of tongue and dull of body.
How do you feel about being cursed with all this hideousness?
I think beauty's only skin deep. I think y'all are focusing on some superficial bullshit, but I'm cool with it. And I love my folds, I love my flaps, I love my puss.
Put that on a t-shirt.
That's our new t-shirt for sure.
That's our next one.
I love my folds, I love my flaps, I love my puss.
Our other hero is Ælar.
My name is Ælar Drakal. I am a rogue elf with an alignment of chaotic neutral. I come from the lost city of Delrune, where all of the townspeople, but mostly my friends and my family, were killed by a mysterious force called the Darkness, which I now seek out and destroy. But perhaps I'm realizing perhaps my family wasn't killed by it because they're the only bodies I couldn't find when the Darkness swept through the land. It's a complicated story. Anyways, let's get to the show.
Our magic item for this week is the Goblet of Drymouth. Our story begins in the high desert, a mountainous area which looks down across the plains, and in the center of this desert is a pool of water, and a goblet sits beside the pool. Two men who have rocky white skin that cracks along their face step up out of the pool, grab the goblet, dip it deep into the sand, and drink it as if it were a liquid.
Ah, yes, very tasty. Ha 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 ha.
I definitely had too much wetness in my mouth before I drank from this goblet.
Yes, that will never do. Has to keep it very dry in there. Very dry.
As dry as possible. As dry as the desert within which we stand right now, brother.
Yes. Brother, now that we've gotten all the moisture out of our mouths, and we can be comfortable again, what do you think we should do today?
Well, now that we're as dry as the day we were born, I say we play a quick game.
Ah, yes. Shall we play pin the sand on the needle?
Why, yes, brother, that's my favorite game next to let's find out who has the driest mouth by sticking our fingers in each other's mouths.
Oh, why didn't you say so, brother? That's what I'd like to do.
The brothers reach out for each other's faces, and their entire fist goes into these mouths that unhinge from the bottom, and they just feel around inside there for any trace of moisture.
How's it feel, brother?
Dry, very dry, brother. I must say, I think you're the winner. I can feel a little bit of moisture back there. Right there where you're touching now.
Our heroes are climbing up the side of a mountain through a dark.
Consistently more disgusting every time we do a show. I'm so sorry, I have to stop. It's consistently more disgusting every time.
Well, it's no longer bones in people's mouths. We gotta try different things. Whole fists.
It's still bones, though. It's just meat-covered bones.
Oh, there's
I'm like
meaty bones.
literally sweating.
We leave the two brothers fisting each other's mouths and find our heroes.
Phaelan and Ælar are climbing up the side of a mountain at night. The side of the mountain is very, very lit by the moon sky. It's almost a full moon. The bright white light is just cascading across the mountain. You can see a big shadow to your side where there's a cloud just casting darkness that isn't radiating the same light.
Isn't that calming, Phaelan?
What's that?
The moonlight. It's dark, yet somehow light. It's in between.
Well, it's more light than dark, my friend. That's a waxing gibbous.
Touché.
Do you mind if we pause climbing for a moment? I need a drink for my flagon.
As Phaelan pulls out his flagon, you can see that he's casting his eyes up on the sky, and his mind reflects to the poem that you read in the halls of Venaishus leading to the next gate. The night sky dark and dotted with cool light, but monthly light does fill the dusky sky, her surface rough but smooth from such a height, in darkness cold enough for one to die.
I don't like the cold, my friend.
Well, I do have a blanket in my pack.
That's not quite what I meant, but I will take it.
Here you are.
Wait till we get up to the top. I would hate to drop it.
I've unfurled it already.
Right, okay, well, can you furl it again?
Wrap it around your shoulders.
All right. That's nice.
Give your arms a little rub.
Yeah, it's very comforting, thank you. So cold one could die. It just sticks with me, mostly because it's the last thing I heard and remember.
Do you think we'll find what we're seeking at the top of this mountain?
I do. And that's what concerns me. I'm afraid what's seeking us will find us at the top of this mountain. Would you like a drink?
No, I'm worried some of your pustules have popped and have drained into the flagon.
Oh, yes,
no
of course.
offense. It's just
Oh, no, none taken. No, of course. You were just disgusted by the idea of sharing a beverage with me.
No.
You, my
No.
brother of the blade, my best and closest friend.
It's just your bodily fluids outside of your saliva. I just don't want to partake.
Oh, okay, so you'll drink some of my saliva is what you just said.
Well, no, I'm just saying.
Okay, well then no.
Assuming that nothing else is in the flagon, there might be a little backwash in there.
I'm going to go ahead and take yours then, and I just take a huge swig.
As he takes a swig from your flagon, it goes between like a cleft in his palate. You can just see like his lip is split right there as well, and he pulls it away, and just a big globule of bloody saliva comes away from the end.
Okay, I see it now. Yeah, okay, I get it. Sorry.
I guess I'll just drink the rest of my potions then.
In the distance, you can see two kind of dusky-looking rock people shoving each other's fists down each other's throats in front of a glittering pool.
Just let me test your mouth, brother.
Please, go ahead.
When you look at their skin, it is almost completely glowing with white, except for just one side of it has like a dark cast across it.
Ælar, do you see these beings?
Yes.
Have you ever seen anything like them before?
Can I do a like knowledge? What is this like?
Knowledge nature, I'd assume.
Okay, great.
You got a 9 on your knowledge nature. You have never seen something that looks like this before. Yeah, you have no idea. They look like they have a rocky skin, so they might be some kind of stone golem, but you have no idea.
They look like stone people, or I don't know.
So no, you could have just said no. That's fine. It's okay. I was just wondering.
Shale people.
Okay, let's not assume.
Yellow rock people.
We can't
What
presume.
other rocks are there? Granite people.
Ælar, we can't presume to know how they identify. And what type of
Metamorphic
rock they are.
people.
Okay, that's closer. I think that's actually pretty wide open.
well.
But notice their skin, Ælar. The light of it. It matches the moon.
Yes.
So much of it is white and the other half is dark.
Do you think if we touched them, they'd be cold?
I think we have to ask permission first. You there! Fist friends!
As they turn towards you, one of them has the fist in their brother's mouth, and they turn, and the entire fist and the head come with it.
Oh!
Hello, sir. What brings you here?
My friend and I are traveling. We are looking for a Temple of Venaishus.
Oh,
And who might you be?
they are 2 wet ones, brother. 2 very wet ones.
Yes, wet indeed. So wet.
Well, I have a good amount of spit and pus and blood. What can I say?
You're one of the wettest I've seen in a long time.
I'm going to take that as a compliment because I don't get very many these days.
Don't take it as a compliment, it's an insult.
Oh.
It's a terrible insult where we come from. Everything is dry.
Fair.
Good rock people. Do you mind if I call you rock people?
Yes,
All right. What would you prefer to be called?
Sam.
Sam. Great. A name. Sam.
And I'm Bertie.
Sorry. Sand or Sam?
Sam.
Sam. And
Sam
what was
and
your name?
Bertie.
Bertie. All right.
Yes.
Is that with an I-E or a Y? It doesn't matter. I won't be writing it down, I suppose. Anyways, have you seen a gate? A majestic-looking gate that perhaps has some carvings around it, like that might look like vines or even some runes?
The 2 moon people look at each other with really wide eyes. They look back at the pool, and then they both close their big mouths and stare back at you, tight-lipped.
Can I do a perception check as to maybe what direction that might point us in, all of their looking?
You got a 5? They looked in the water?
Please, go ahead.
Phaelan, I think the gate might be in the water.
Is that so? Or perhaps that's what they want us to think. Ellen, I'd like to do a charm check on these 2 rock people.
You got a 3?
Okay. Listen, fuckos. We came to find a gate. And we're going to find that gate, whether you're going to show us or not. So, be cool, bitches.
If you want to travel into the gate and to the destination for which it leads, you must draw yourselves out thoroughly or risk being rejected by our people.
The moon person reaches down into the sand, fills the goblet with a cool black sand, and pulls it up and holds it for you guys to drink.
Drink, travelers.
You first, Ælar.
All right, well, you did get married, so I'll take this one.
Oh, these 2 do not equal
I
one another.
grabbed
They
the
do
goblet.
not equal. Hold on. Before, you don't just get to go, I drank some sand. You have an eternal vow.
I start slurping on some sand.
You get a 6 on your Constitution saving
Oh,
throw.
fuck me.
As you pour the sand down, it is difficult to hold down. You start throwing up, and as you're throwing up, it's coming out as chunks of rock and gravel. Your skin tightens around your muscles and bones. All the liquid is being pulled out of your body, and everything that you're feeling in the air around you is full of moisture. And you're it feels disgusting. It feels slick. It feels like you're being pressed underwater almost.
Oh, I'm so juicy.
Yes. Come over to the dry side.
Dry them out. Dry them out.
You're able to see water leaving from the corners of his eyes and his ears and his mouth. It's being floated up into the sky.
Alan, sense motive on this? Is this intentionally to help us or to kill us?
17. It looks like these people are pretty dry, so they are intending on making you as dry as possible.
Fuck. Okay. I just if you can't beat them, and I grab the goblet
Oh, shit.
and I scoop up.
You scoop up a thing of black sand, and you start. You get a 5 on your constitution as well.
man.
The water and every bit of moisture is leaving your body. You have extra folds of pus and things like that. They're like deflating and emptying along your skin, and some of them are popping and leaving. Yeah, your goo is everywhere. It's floating in the air around both of you.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Some people pay good money for this type of exfoliation.
Alan, just to try and counteract some of this, I want to step into the water a little bit to try and get just a little moisture back into my body.
You got a 15. As you step into the water, you actually step onto the surface of the water. You feel like you can't physically go through the surface of the water.
Okay. Some sort of magic is happening.
As you step onto the water, the reflection of the moon on the water becomes brighter and more intense.
Oh, Phaelan, do you see this? The moon.
Yeah. I said it before, it's a waxing gibbous. Just give it a couple more days and it'll be totally full.
As you take another step onto the water, it seems like the world around you is starting to become fuzzier and faded. And you feel like you're stepping with each step across space. And the moon, instead of being a reflection, is becoming more three-dimensional in front of you. As you step closer and closer to it, it grows larger and larger.
Oh, Phaelan, follow me. This is wicked cool.
I believe you. I'm not a lightweight. I can handle my sand. I take the goblet and take another little cupful, and I try to drink it.
Yeah, you get a 6 on Constitution again.
Damn it.
You feel like you have wet earwax, but now you have dry earwax that needs to be like chiseled out of your ears. It's yeah.
Oh, God.
Yeah, I've drank sand before. When I was at Champo, I used to play pin the sand to the needle all the time, and loser had to drink it. So.
That's beautiful. I've never met an outsider who played that game.
Oh, yeah.
You and I are going to be fast friends.
Bertie, I already feel close to you.
Sam, Bertie, is this the way we're supposed to be going to get to the gate?
It is the way. Brother, we should be heading back now if we want to make it back in time for the Dry Festival.
Yes, once every 400 years,
Well-
the Dry Festival takes place.
Well, Sam, Bertie,
And I'll tell you what, if you feel dry now, just wait until we get
yes,
there.
I hope you win most dry, if that is indeed the award.
I am going for it this year. Thank you so much.
Yes, Sam is one of the contenders.
Wow.
And I'll tell you what, I'm betting on him, and I suggest you do the same.
Well, I don't know if we'll be there, but if we are...
I mean, Ælar, it's only once every 400 years. Should we continue our lifelong quest, or should we go to this party?
I mean, I really want to be able to have the power to teleport. I don't really care about a dry festival, okay? Let's go.
The gateway is beginning to close.
You're seeing that the moon, as you turn back towards Phaelan, is descending back into the water.
Oh, shit.
And you're seeing on the horizon, the sun is beginning to rise over the world.
Phaelan, quick. Let's go.
I attempt an acrobatics check. I want to do a cartwheel onto the lake.
No.
You got a 16. You cartwheel across the surface of the water, and as you launch your hands off the water and start floating out into space, you feel your body becoming lighter. You're able to jump higher. You leap over Ælar, and your feet, instead of landing in the water, land on the surface of a moon that grows larger and larger and larger until everything around you is this white aluminum rock.
Wow. That was the best cartwheel ever.
Can I jump up on that moon too? Am I there?
Yep, you reach forward with your next step, and you're able to take one giant leap onto the moon.
Oh, clever.
See what you did there.
Perception check for this gate.
You got a 1. The only thing that you see around you are Phaelan, who is so proud of himself right now, and he's taking up all the spotlight.
I just start running chaotically, trying to find the gate around this moon surface.
And Phaelan just starts doing the running man.
You successfully do the running man on the moon.
As you look around you on the moon, you can tell that it's kind of a desolate wasteland basin that you've landed in. But people all around you are setting up booths covered with these brilliant blue moonflowers and hanging banners that sparkle like the stars in the sky that say Dry Festival, first time in 400 years.
You're also seeing two different types of people. You're seeing these rock people like Sam and Birdie, and you're also seeing lycanthropes, people that are werewolves, werebears, were-rats, were-owls, everything are just setting up for the festival.
See now, Phaelan, those correlate to the moon. I'm not sure what dry has to do with the moon, but anyways.
Do you feel any moisture here on the moon?
What do you mean?
What? Oh, he heard me. Shit. Bluff check?
You got a 16 on your bluff check.
Just make it a joke, man.
Oh, yes. We'll have to have. You can take part in the dry joke competition.
Yes, there's no water on the moon, obviously, so of course it's dry.
Oh, there's no water on the moon, is there? You look over to the right and you see a were. What kind of creature is this?
A were-tiger. She has
were-tiger.
stripes going across her body.
And her booth has been set up with the history of the moon. Is one of those big signs they print out in Congress, like it's 1984, even though they did it last week. And she says, "The Dry Festival is one of our most sacred festivals on the moon. For many, many years ago, our people were drowned when a great flood took over the moon. To celebrate its passing, we celebrate the Dry Festival every 400 years.
I see.
Water is our greatest enemy.
Very cool. Say now,
Where's that gate?
that's a wonderful question. Now, has anyone in the past 400 years or beyond erected a temple to, let's say, Venaishus?
The were-tiger looks across the festival to a half-stag person, a were-stag, somebody with antlers growing out the side of their head. Instead of claws, they have hooves, and they do have sharp teeth coming out of their deer-like face.
Matilda might know.
Ah,
Yes. Matilda, come over here.
Matilda gallops across the surface.
Ellen, can I perceive, is there something like, did you say blue moonflowers or something nearby?
It's mostly aluminum rock everywhere, but you do see that some of the booths have flowers and things that have grown up here somehow.
I would like to very quickly purchase a bouquet of moonflowers.
Yeah, so one of the rock people is at the counter. Are you stealing it, or are you actually buying it from them?
I'm gonna try and buy it for sure. What's up, my man? All right, how's it going? Cool booth.
Nothing much. Hey, you're cool too. I like you too, buddy.
I like that. Hey, stay dry, huh?
Yeah, right on. Right back at you, Slick.
Hey, okay, we're not slick, not right now.
Oh, man, you got me on that one.
Quick question. How much for a bouquet of these flowers?
Oh, that'll be 3 moon ruples.
Moon ruples. All right. Ellen, do I have anything close to moon ruples?
No, you don't have anything close to moon ruples.
Knowing that this is the case, I just start to prep a dagger in my hand, just in case things go sideways.
As you reach for your dagger, you see a cow woman, someone familiar to you,
Whoa.
a druid.
My heart pitter-patters in its... Oh my lord. My eyes go wide, and my foot starts a thumping, baby.
Ælar, is that you?
Oh, it's you, my dear cow damsel.
You don't remember my name, do you?
Can I do a bluff check?
You got a 4?
Oh, I don't at all. I'm so sorry. Oh,
That's all right.
the only reason is because my heart was so full, and there was no space for your name to fit inside.
That's the worst pickup line I've ever heard.
But did it work?
Absolutely, Ælar Drakal. I'm so pleased to see you have not perished on your many journeys.
No, I've been to Yawn and back again, searching for you the whole time.
I'm flattered. I'll have you know, though, I've had druidic sex with many people since you. It's not personal, it's just who I am.
Sex or sex?
Yes.
Oh.
Well, how about this, my man? I don't have 3 moon ruples, but
Okay.
I do know that the grand prize of the dry humor competition is 100 moon ruples. And if I win that, I'll give you 50 moon ruples for this bouquet.
Whoa. Now we're talking.
But if I don't win...
You're my kind of dude.
Hey, you're my kind of dude. All right.
What were you saying?
Oh, just saying if I don't win, I'll find another way to make it up to you.
If you don't win, you can just give me a kiss.
Well, I am a married man, but we haven't exactly defined our boundaries yet, which doesn't mean I should kiss you. It just means, sure, okay, yeah. Handshake, huh? And then Ellen, I want to do a roll check to see if I can get the driest handshake possible.
You got an 8. That's a pretty dry handshake. As you
So
like,
sandy.
yeah, as you clasp hands, the sand just kind of like floats up into the air and then back down to the surface.
Ælar and Phaelan are catching the attention of a lot of people here because they are very obviously out of place. And they're getting some very kind of like side-eye, kind of angry looks.
Also, hungry looks from some of the people. Yeah, you're noticing that some of the people are looking at you the same way the werewolf is looking at the deer, stag person.
Speaking of the stag person, a perception check, where is Matilda?
Slowly galloping towards you, 17. You can see that
Slow trot.
they're enjoying their leaps across the surface of the moon.
I look over at Ælar and see he's talking to the cow lady, and I give him kind of like a thumbs up, like question mark face, like good, like should I stay away or come closer?
And I don't have like a beer in my hand, but I still do the gesture of like, hey, it's all good, man.
Like cheers. I'm like, cool. I want to take a little jaunty leap towards Matilda's path, and I want to kind of land on my one knee with the bouquet of flowers aimed towards her.
Okay, you successfully jump through the air,
Yo.
hold out the bouquet, and the stag person lands right before you. Matilda looks down at you, and yeah, you can see that a lot of the were people are slowly encircling both of you.
This is for Matilda.
All right.
This is a bouquet of moonflowers, blue moonflowers,
Yes, I can see that.
and they are for you.
For what purpose? This seems like you require something of me.
Only to get to know you better. My name is Phaelan Maerdock, and I am on a quest from Venaishus.
Venaishus?
You see recognition in her eyes. As you say
Recognition.
Venaishus.
That is Venaishus. That is a name I have not heard for a very long time.
I had never heard it my entire life until recently, so kind of the same.
Matilda casts her glance up to the night sky towards a constellation of Venaishus in the evening.
Do you see that? Do you see those stars?
The ones in the sky there, yes. Bluff check. See if I can pretend I know the actual constellation.
You got a 4. You start pointing towards like this snake constellation, this swirl of stars.
Oh yeah, look at the you can see the horns clearly.
No, you fool.
Oh yeah, wait, no, what day of the week is it?
She uses her, hoof to, clawpaw hoof to, shift his hand toward the stars that form Venaishus.
Oh, yes, it's Wednesday.
We cut back to Ælar and the cow lady, and I want to do a performance check.
You got a 19 on your performance.
Blue moon, you saw me standing alone, without a dream in my heart, without a love of my own.
The cow woman starts slow dancing with you on the surface of the moon.
Oh, blue moon.
With the low gravity, they start to float just a little bit off.
What a wonderful, wonderful thing to run into you, my dear.
You are such a good dancer, Ælar.
We cut back to Phaelan and Matilda, and the group of were animals, people are getting very close to them. And they both kind of feel like it's so close that you can kind of feel the breath of all of these people getting closer and closer.
Quick sidebar, does Ælar notice this at all? Or is he just like dancing?
You got a 4.
Yeah,
you
for
are
sure.
in a different land.
For sure.
You're on the moon.
Matilda, I've never been to a dry festival. Is this a traditional thing for the were animals to be hyper-aware of us?
No, but they are aware of those who are not from this place. And I originally am not from this place, Phaelan. That is where you and I are alike.
Very fair, but every festival I've ever been to, it's from people from all over. Everywhere. Everyone's welcome. Everyone's doing
Well, this is a
something-
different kind of festival.
Fair enough.
Drink the wet blood.
Eh?
One of the werewolves, it just whispers that in your ear behind you.
No thank you. I'm staying dry tonight. It's a dry month for me, right?
The werewolf behind you gets really close and starts nuzzling your carotid artery.
Oh, okay. Hi. Hello.
Phaelan.
I'm a married person.
We are in danger. We must escape this. We are in danger. I have something to tell you, but we must escape.
The werewolf takes a big bite on Phaelan's neck.
He gets an 18 as he bites into Phaelan, and the little bit of moisture that is left in his body escapes in bloody globules out into the night.
Matilda attempts to, she's a little older, but she attempts to hit that werewolf with as big of a hit of her hoof as she can.
She gets a 16. She takes both of her antlers and spears the side of the werewolf.
Thank you, Matilda.
Alan, can I get a passive perception just to see if I notice what's going on?
Yeah, you got a 12. You spin in your dance, and you see just over the shoulder of the cow druid a bunch of blood floating away from Phaelan.
My hoof tart. I'll be right back. And I dive out of the sky with 2 daggers onto this werewolf.
You got an 18. As you come leaping through the air, you've never felt like such an effortless leap before in your life, and you just land both daggers right into the back of the werewolf that bit Phaelan and is now speared by the stag.
You will not interrupt my moment.
I turn around and I draw the Rana Ore, and I realize that this werewolf has been impaled both front and back. And then I turn back to the rest of them who are circling and go, "Who's next? Who wants a bite?"
You got a 16 on your intimidation check.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And
The other creatures back away. You can see that the one that you guys have just speared, instead of like a red blood, has like a silver grainy substance coming out of its veins. The other creatures back away and start going back to their booths and getting set up for the rest of the festival.
Phaelan, what's going on here?
I thought we were at some kind of cool, dry, moon-like farmer's market, but instead apparently everyone here wants to drink the wet blood or dry blood? I don't know.
Did you talk to the were-stag?
Yes, of course. Her name is Matilda.
I'm right here. I can hear you.
I'm sorry. Well, what are we going to do?
Matilda pulls her antlers out of the werewolf, and its body falls down to the ground between you.
Phaelan, do you understand what the waters were that were on the moon before?
Yes, of course. It was, moisture.
No.
H2O.
The waters were blood, Phaelan.
This was a blood moon?
Yes, this was a blood moon, Phaelan.
Oh my. I've heard of these.
As you're speaking, you can see like a red cast leading a dark line across the moon, coming across the surface towards you guys.
This was an evil place, Phaelan. This was an evil place, and we celebrate the dry moon because we fear that blood returning.
Can I do an intimidation check?
You got a 1?
Okay, everybody. I I drag my foot across the ground and say, "Nobody cross this line."
Phaelan, every 400 years that passes marks that we are 400 years closer to the blood returning. It has been said that the blood will return to this moon, but we do not know when, and we are overdue.
Put my hand over the blood seeping out of my neck. Oh, that sounds terrible.
You see the blood that's coming out of his neck, it's slowly floating away, and some of it floats, and as it touches the surface of the moon, some more liquid bubbles up from under the dry surface.
One of the were-rats crosses Ælar's line, running towards where that blood has hit, and he starts lapping up the blood that's coming up out of the surface of the moon.
Oh, that's mine.
I try and stab it with the dagger.
You have a 14 on your attack roll. You take your dagger and you stab it into the back of the rat, and it darts away from the blood that's coming up out.
That's my friend's blood.
That's gonna stain, you guys. We should get some water, and we should pat, not rub.
The were animals that had been intimidated turn back around because they all smell and see this blood that has now been reawakened from under the surface and are all coming back toward Phaelan and Ælar and Matilda.
Phaelan, I think we gotta get out of here, man.
I agree. Matilda, do you know if there is a Temple of Venaishus here somewhere? A gateway, a door? Something that may have a key lock that looks like this? And I pull the sword out again and show her.
Yes, there is, Phaelan, but it is on the dark side of the moon.
Well, I'll see you there then. And I start running towards the dark side of the moon.
But be careful, Phaelan.
Oh?
There are more creatures you do not understand.
I don't understand most of the creatures I do understand.
As you start running towards that dark line, you jump over that red pool, and you start making your way towards the edge of the moon where there's light and darkness. You cross over, and you get a 14 on your Constitution saving throw. You immediately feel cold enough that you could be frozen in place.
Holy shit. Ælar!
Phaelan, my cow, my love, will you come with us?
You're going to the dark side of the moon. Only bad things happen on the dark side of the moon, Ælar.
But we can be bad together, baby.
Ooh.
As they're talking, the surface begins rumbling, and more blood and things start spewing up.
You're seeing the surface start turning from that white coloring to a blood. The pool specifically that the rat was lapping up from is growing into this large red, dark red sand.
The blood has returned. The blood has returned.
I have to go, my love. I rip out a piece of my hair from my head and hand it to her and say, like, remember me, and just run for the dark side.
What the fuck?
You get an 18 on your Constitution saving throw as you step into the dark, and again, you feel like there is a moment where you are not going to be able to move any muscle of your body. It feels like you could be frozen into a statue, and you felt this coldness before. You felt it when you were being frozen by your brother Roland in the Temple of the Night.
What? This feeling is familiar to me, Phaelan.
Yes.
It reminds me of the magic of my brunkle.
Your brunkle, Roland.
Yes.
My first and only kiss, aside from Veronica.
Did you say Roland?
Huh?
What? What?
A
perception
creature
check,
of
yes.
blackness. Yeah. You get a 19 on your perception check.
Oh, good.
You see something that looks like Glimp and Timp, a black creature with yellow eyes before you.
What? Glimp.
Hello.
Timp? Mim.
Yes, it's us.
We're here
now. We're here on the moon.
How did you...
In the dark side of the moon, we have powers beyond your imagining.
What can you help us?
Entire universes are contained within my eyes, boy.
That's really awesome. Can you help us?
Glimp, Timp, we have heard many a legend of how the dark side of the moon pairs very well with a wizard. Are you that wizard?
Yes, together. As the prophecy foretold, the wizard was made of two. And by that they mean it was two different people. And that's me and my brother.
That's me. I'm the other one.
Yes, Timp.
Yes,
I think
exactly.
That's very clear.
When we put our noses together like this, we form into one being. Watch me.
They reach forward and do an Eskimo kiss on one another's nose, and you see a black man form with robes that are the constellations of the sky.
Hello,
You,
I am Gliptim.
Glimp, Timp, thou art magnificent.
Yes. Bow before me. Just kidding. Anyway, do you need any help?
Yes, we're running from those lycanthropes that are hunting us from the other side.
And other types of were beings.
Back over your shoulder, you can see the geysers of blood erupting across the light side of the moon.
Let me just snap my fingers and take care of that for you.
He snaps his fingers, and you guys are transported even further into the dark side of the moon, where it's illuminated by stars in the sky. And Phaelan, you recognize the constellation that's being reflected on the surface of the moon over here as the constellation of Venaishus.
Now I see it. Ælar, it was quite fortuitous for us to run into Glimp like that. I'd always heard if you paired a wizard with Dark Side of the Moon, it actually links up pretty amazingly.
Also, check inside your pocket.
What?
You reach down inside your pocket, and you have two little globes that are covered, and they look like the moon inside of a glass orb, and like as you rotate, it changes the phase of the moon.
The actual moon I'm on, or the moon
Yes.
as it? Whoa.
Well, the moon inside the globe.
Oh,
Yep.
This is so cool. Is this a keepsake or?
We're supposed to.
It's a trinket
Cool.
to remember me by.
Ælar, you get an 8 on your Constitution saving throw.
Oopsies.
You are not able to move any further. The coldness has finally reached inside your bones, and you're solidifying.
She's gone. She's gone.
As you two are there, you see something kind of like glittering and rotating toward you, and it gets closer and closer, and you realize that it is the head of Matilda that has just been torn from her body.
Oh my God, Matilda!
Yes, I don't recommend going back to the other side of the moon anytime soon.
no.
It's real nasty over there.
Wait.
I'm so sorry, Matilda.
No, Matilda. Fuck Matilda. What about the cow lady, man?
Hey, listen, Ælar.
Oh my God!
And you see two frozen streams of cow milk go past.
No!
Fear not, Ælar.
They got her in the udders.
Ælar, look at me.
Oh man.
And I want to try and do what I can to. I want to grab his fingers and help him snap to spark to create a light to warm him.
You got a 17. You snap his fingers together, and the magic that is latent in his tips become the spark of flame.
Ælar, you must hold on to hope. Hope is the only light in the darkness.
She was the only thing that made me feel good. Everything else is darkness and pain and hurt.
Every time he snaps his fingers, the light illuminates one of those hearts of Venaishus in the center of the constellation. You can see it in the darkness.
Look, Ælar, the light. It's creating a doorway.
You want me to keep snapping?
I need you to hang on, my friend. All we've seen are 2 streams of milk. Could be that she was shooting them off as weapons.
You think she was doing it to blast off? And get away from everybody?
Yes, that's a good thought. Stick with that. Yes. She probably jumped over the moon.
Yeah. Cows can jump really far over the moon.
Yes, that's a normal thing for them to do. Stay strong, Ælar. Stay warm. I want to try and draw the Rana Ore, and I want to walk towards the stars in the constellation and see
As
if
you
I
step
can...
into the center, the sword begins to glow with that bright moonlight.
Do you feel it, Ælar? Do you feel Michael pulsing inside of you?
Yeah, I guess so.
I need your sword as well, my friend. Pull him out.
Okay.
Ælar draws Michael the chest sword, and you guys walk to the center of the constellation and plunge both of your blades into this heart, and a doorway opens like a trap door in the moon. You open the door and drop down into the halls of Venaishus.
Thank you, Glimtamp.
You're welcome. Remember the trinkets if you ever need me again.
I want to say two things to you.
All right, then.
The first is, I feel like every quest we've been on of late, we just leave the world in a worse place than when we found it. And second of all, I never learned her name, man.
Are you serious?
Just go back and listen to that episode, Ælar, okay?
Ælar,
I mean, I did, but I forgot it. And that's even worse.
Ælar, I know her name, but I'm not going to tell you if you don't. You
Wait,
just said...
why wouldn't you tell me?
I think that the next time you see her, you ask her and you remember.
But wouldn't it be so much better if I knew her name the next time I saw her and I'd be like, yeah, I remember because I love you so much, man.
Ælar,
Come on.
That would only make you look better. It wouldn't be better. Trust me, I'm a
Whatever.
married man.
Man, whatever. I start walking to another door.
Yeah, Phaelan and Ælar, you guys walk towards the next door, but you're seeing underneath all of the closed doors that there is a red light coming from beneath. And as you walk past the door to Shatterpoint, you can see that the night sky is casting a red glow across the land.
Phaelan. Yo,
Ælar.
this ain't good, man. This ain't good.
No, I'm aware. Red usually means bad.
Hang on. Phaelan, do you think the Grey Cloaks have anything to do with this?
The Grey
Those people that
Cloaks.
the Grey Cloaks from a while back? I don't know. I'm just trying to make connections here. Let's go.
Listen, I think it has everything to do with all of us.
They step towards the next door in the next adventure, where you can listen to next time on Break the Dice, the Improvised Campaign.
Oh, the poor Dry Festival.
Wow.
I was really looking forward to that Dry Festival joke.
I know, the Dry Humor Joke
For
Fest.
sure.
I was waiting for that one.
I was looking for
And you really stiffed.
I think
you really
I know.
Stiffed that guy.
I think I know what our minisode's gonna be about.
The dry
Break the Dice is a podcast brought to you by The Bearded Company. The Bearded Company is an improv company with groups in Minneapolis and Los Angeles. Help support the show and get great rewards by becoming a patron over at patreon.com/beardedcompany. You'll get access to minisodes, early episode releases, discounts on merch, our Discord server, and behind-the-scenes video discussions for every adventure. The cast today featured your game master, Alan Voigt. Ælar Drakal was played by Tyler Michaels King. Phaelan Maerdock was played by MJ Marsh. Our NPCs were Maria Bartholdi, Joe Rapp, and Tyler Mills. Improvised score by Jack Barrett. Today's episode was produced and edited by Maria Bartholdi. You can find more information about this podcast, our streams, and our live shows by visiting btdpod.com and following Bearded Company on all social media. Word of mouth is the best way to get new listeners to find out about Break the Dice. If you can leave us a review on Apple Podcasts, that would mean the world to us. Thank you so much for listening to our little podcast. We love you all so much, and we're so excited for our next adventure.